guys, Job here, your local island real estate agent working with Keller Williams Belize. Today we will be discussing the 5 most important things to consider when buying land in San Pedro or anywhere in Belize. There are key factors that needs to be considered, like the price is right, the property needs to have room to grow, and you have to use the legal and the proper processes in place to make sure there is no hindrance down the road avoiding you or causing you legal issues. But those items aren't specifically the 5 things to consider when buying property here in San Pedro and Belize. Those are key factors, yes, but we will go more in detail in this video. What we want to do is we want to find the right opportunities. We want to build new developments. We want to create new inventory in the market. And these are the 5 things to consider when buying real estate in San Pedro and in Belize. Let's check it out. Our first point in discussion is public development expectation. Looking into the future. 3 major things that you need to consider regarding public development is there road access? Is there electricity access? And is there water access? Now, the most important one is there road access. If there isn't, who will make that road access? Because while we are a beautiful country, we are also still a developing country. And their infrastructure-wise takes a bit longer to do. If there's a big project, government project happening, or if there's a big government infrastructural improvement in the area, I would advise that you take into consideration the time and the resources that it will take to get those projects done. Now, my advice is don't put all your eggs in one basket, and make sure that the property that you are buying has some sort of road access. And if there isn't road access, then know ahead of time how much will that road access cost you to build. Because if it doesn't happen anytime soon because of the public development, then you know what it will cost you ahead of time. Another item is electricity and water. Now, it's important to know that anything north of the island does not have public city water. Now, how does it work? It works basically with rain tank cisterns that are kept underneath the house, outside the house, that are filled during the rainy season. So it is important that when you build your home, that when you develop your lot, that you build a sizable cistern or tank that will allow you to store enough water throughout the year for the appropriate usage you will need. Another item is electricity. Now, electricity is available throughout the entire island. There are some areas that are still off the grid, and that's not bad. Some people love the off the grid living. But if that property that you're willing to buy or wanting to buy does not have electricity access yet, you're gonna have to consider that it will take some time until the electricity reaches your property, or you will have to do solar powered electricity, which isn't bad, but again, adds up to the total development cost of your property. Now, we'd like to show you around here in the Grand Mayan Estates, a beautiful subdivision, nice subdivision with solid road access, which gives us a perfect example of what a good property subdivision would look like. Although these ones are off-grid, we know they're off-grid, and there are solar-powered homes here, and again, sister tanks for the homes. Our point number 2 is property condition. The location and the quality of your property matters. Most raw land properties in Belize and San Pedro need development. The question here is, how much development do they really need, and how much will that cost you? Ask yourselves, is there a similar property that doesn't need as much development and is ready to go? With raw land filling of white limestone costing an approximately $375 US for fill, compacting, spreading, filling up a lot can add up. A contractor will usually look at the lot and give you an honest estimate quote. Now, even then, they will advise you that that is just a quote and it may take a bit more of work at the end. So we caution you to do your research and your budget first to be able to save for the development cost of the property that you are acquiring. An example of this is lagoon side properties or properties in low-lying areas. Now, it is important that you realize that you need to fill your property above the lagoon level and above the road level. For example, this 6-lot subdivision, as you see back here, has been filled with the necessary white limestone needed for it to be at a good elevation above the lagoon and that it doesn't get eroded away. And point number 3 is secure your investments. Title searches and surveys are your guarantees. Always, I mean always, do at least a title search. Use a reliable closing company or closing attorney to do your title searches and file your title searches. Also, if you're buying a piece of lot that is a bit far away where there's not much development, a survey is always recommended. The survey will demarcate the property that you're buying, and then you will be able to see the condition of the lot that you're buying. And the title search will just simply ensure that there's no liens or encumbrances on the property, so there's no surprises later to you. An example of a survey would be like what you're seeing right now, where a licensed surveyor would come and legally demarcate your property. Now, there's another demarcation there. A survey, it costs right around, for example, this one we did for these clients, cost them $400 US. Now, the survey cost would all depend on the property location, on the property size, and if it is a resurvey of an original survey that has been done, or it's a first survey of property. So again, like I mentioned, always when buying land in Belize, always make sure that there's a proper title search done and a survey done on the property. Point number 4 is beachfront accessibility. Some beachfront accesses lead to more beautiful beaches. Beachfront access in Belize is not hard to find from backlots. Now, some beachfront access have been cleared and others haven't. Some beachfront accesses lead to better beaches than others. Now, it is important that you look around and you see where the beach accesses near your location or the lot that you want to buy are and what beaches does it lead to. Due to the Queensland law, 66 feet of beach is always available to the public. Now, bear in mind, those 66 feet of beach are from where the beachfront property has been surveyed. But for the most part, everyone is friendly here in Belize and you are able to have access to the beach through beachfront access like the one in front of us. Now, this beachfront access is located right after Ishtanha. It was actually one of the most prettiest beachfront accesses, and as you can see, we also have double lots located 100 feet from the main road. But we wanted to take you and have a look at the different beachfront accesses that you can have in Belize. Come on, let's go. As you can see, the beachfront access and the beachfront that you have near the property that you were wanting to buy matters. Some beaches are better than others. For example, this one here at the St. Matilda subdivision, 7 miles north, has a beautiful walk-in beach feel. Not much development in the beachfront, but yet you have a bar to the left-hand side, which is the Ishtanha bar, which you can go and enjoy as an outsider while buying drinks and enjoying. And you're still pretty much a 3-minute walk, 1-minute drive from the property that you're wanting to buy. So it is important that you consider the beachfront access and accessibility that are near the property that you're wanting to buy. And finally, point number 5. Listing price is not always selling price. No matter how hot the market is, always consider putting a lower offer on the property. The worst the seller can say is no. Then you'll have to go back and consider, do you really want it that bad? How low should you put an asking from the asking price? Then where it doesn't seem offensive but will entice the seller to accept? That is the job of your real estate agent, to provide you viable comps of what is currently listed. Our job as real estate agents is not to make the biggest commission, but to get you the best price. Do your own research as well. Make sure you're not paying an overinflated price just because. I hope these pointers shed some light on your research and were useful to you. If you have any questions regarding any of them, or you would like your specific question answered, then reach out to us via our email at jobm@kellerwilliamsbelize.com. I would love to help. Thank you for watching.